Hello and welcome to this week's Kicktalk Reboot. We're back after a few weeks break, and today it was the Newcoin Holdings West of Scotland Cup, and now it's round 1 results. Craigmark 5, St Anthony's 2, Gartcairn 1, Shettleston 5, Glenafton 3, Larkhall 2, Blantyre 3, Lugar 2, Kilbirnie 4, Newmains 0, Wishaw 0, Hullford 6, Carluke 2, Robroy 6, Winton Rovers 5, Ovenvix 0, Kello 0, Kilsyth 3, Vale of Leven 1, Maple 5, Shotts 0, Cambuslang 1, Yoka 1, Kilwinning 5, Rutherglen 2, Clydebank 4, Troon 2, Largs 0, Royal Albert 2, Bills Hill 5, St Rochs 1, Cumnock 2, Ashfield 2, Rossvale 2, Rossvale 1-3-2 in penalties, Forth Wanderers 2, Cumbernauld 5, Johnsborough 1, Muirkirk 0, Port Glasgow 3, Renfrew 3, Renfrew 1-4-3 in penalties, Rye 1, Lanark 1, Lanark 1-4-3 in penalties, Dunnypace 2, Davil 3, Glasgow Persia 3, Greenock 3, Greenock 6-5 in penalties, Saltcoats 0, East Kilbride 2, Whitlets 5, Ardea 1, Athley 2, Maryhill 1, Beath 4, Lesmahago 0, Petershill 0, Talbot 1, Nailston 2, Benburb 2, Girvan 4, Thornywood 1, Irvine Meadow 1, Pollok 0. And now it's on to the match report, where Troon played Largs Thistle at Portland Park, where it was 2-0 to the home side. Troon showed their premier class to unlock a tough Thistle defence, thanks to a wonder strike from Dean Keenan to set them on their way. It was going to take something special to breach the Largs' rear guard, which had not looked too troubled during the game, although the Portland Park side had created the better chances and were upping the pressure in the second half. Troon had most of the possession in the first half, but were unable to penetrate the Largs' defence, which managed to stand firm. Adam Forsyth managed to break through on the right for the home side, but his effort hit the side netting. It was Forsyth who passed up the best chance of the first half. A rising cross from the right was headed wide of the far post by the danger man, with the goal gaping. Largs defender Alan Gilbride then made a crucial challenge to deny another Forsyth foray into the Thistle box, as Largs managed to start pressing Troon towards the end of the first half. Troon's Dale Shirky came off injured to be replaced by Jordan Muir, while Largs winger Larry McMahon, who was such a threat against Rutherglen a week before, he succumbed to injury and had to be replaced by Mark Murray in 49 minutes. Troon's measured passing game was continuing to cause problems for the Largs' defence, and Sean McKenna hammered a header off the bar from a corner out on the right in 50 minutes. Forsyth overcame a defender's attentions, but dinked his effort wide of the right post. Largs were also trying to make inroads too, and Marks was sent scurrying down the right, following a chip pass through from Graham Muir on the left, but his diagonal volley from the flashed across at the face of goal. There was a sense that was the big chance for Largs when it came in 61 minutes, as Troon then had two more near things. Thistle's Nicky Jimison making one superb challenge to deny the home side, but there was to be no stopping Troon's opener. Keenan bust down the right from midfield. He turned in a 30-yard rising drive like a laser beam into the top left-hand corner in 71 minutes. Troon nearly made it too, as Chris McKnight's header was clawed away by Darryl Matthews in the Largs goal. Forsyth sealed the deal for Troon at 85 minutes. He turned his man at the edge of the area and then cleverly lifted the ball over Matthews for a neat lob, although Largs claimed player boss Brian Slavin was fouled during the build-up. However, it was now game over. Troon progressed to the second round. It was an accomplished showing from them. They really didn't show many faults, and they'll be pleased to bounce back after the Ada Cup final defeat. And as for Largs, they'll have to lick the wounds. They defended very well, but it just wasn't to be for them. Like I say, it was a wonder goal which really changed this game. So, final score, Portland Park, Troon 2, Largs 0. Callum Corral for Kicktalk. I'm with Dean Keenan, who scored a bit of a wonder goal, it had to be said. You must have been delighted.
I was, aye. I think it was going to take something special to break the deadlock today. Largs defended really well, really drilled and organised for their manager, so it was going to take something special, and thankfully it was himself that popped up with it.
Where did you see the kind of opportunity? Did you just look up and go for it, or what did?
Well, there was one that happened just beforehand, and I never managed to strike it as cleanly, so it was on my mind that But then playing one up front, it was on for one of the defenders to break out from the back, so I took it upon myself to do that, and then luckily I've managed to hit one that's a bit of a wonder goal, as you say.
Sweet as a nut, right into the corner.
It was, aye. They don't get much sweeter. I've had a few already this year. I think that's me 5 for the season for centre half, so more than delighted with my goal. But more importantly, I'm happy with the clean sheet. The boys defended really well today after a poor game last week.
Yeah, this is it. It was good to bounce back, wasn't it, after that cup defeat?
It was indeed, yeah. That was a sore one for us last week, and there's a few boys disappointed with their own performance. So I think that perfect game for us at home against a good Largs side to try and play football, try and play in the right manner. So it was a good game, and a good victory for us.
And the second goal was icing the cake as well.
It was indeed. Yeah, I think they got tired after that. The first goal was obviously deflated them a wee bit, and maybe they've switched off. But take nothing away from young Adam for us again, who's come up with a good finish over the goalkeeper.
Okay, thanks very
No
much.
worries.
Well done,
Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you.
Cheers. All the best.
Park the final score in this New Coin Holdings with the Scotland Cup first round tie was Irvine Meadow 1, Pollok 0. Meadow went into the game in the back of a defeat at Rob Roy, having won the previous league game at Beath. They began quite strongly with Chris Hall shooting across the face of goal in 3 minutes, and then at the other end David Winters had a shot saved by the Meadow goalie Graham Shepherd. However, it was in 10 minutes that Meadow took the lead with a superbly worked goal as Chris Hall sent a superb through ball to Gary McCann, who lifted the ball over Jordan Longmuir and into the net from 10 yards. At the other end, Shepherd made a fine save to deny David Winters, and John Sweeney shot across the face of goal as Pollok tried to get back into the match. At 28 minutes, Ryan Dees' free kick was headed narrowly over the bar before Maria United man Mark Porro to Meadow looked for a second goal. Then at 3 minutes into the second half, a superb save from Shepherd, which is really all he had to do in that half, denied Tom Hanlon as Pollok tried to somehow claw their way back in. David Winters then hit the post in 65 minutes. 4 minutes from time, Sean Fraser had a really good shot from 25 yards, saved by the keeper. This was a sort of good backline, hard-working defensive sort of performance from Meadow. They did create a few chances, but they kept the back door shut, which they've really done this season. Perhaps I'll see it as a turning point. So from Meadow Park, with the final score in this New Coin Holdings West Scotland Cup tie was Irvine Meadow 1, Pollok 0. It's Stuart McDonald for Kicktalk.
Clean sheet, you know, and it was Stevie away, was he on holiday?
Yeah, he's on holiday, he was away.
So,
clean
is that
sheet.
your first time in charge?
No, I was in charge seasons back against Petershill with the same result, we won 1-0 as well.
Was that a couple of seasons ago?
Aye, really.
We're keeping them posted.
Aye, really pleased with how we defended. You know, I set 2 goals at the start of the game, through to the next round and keep a clean sheet. We achieved both, so delighted with that. It was a different type of performance to us today. We went out and we normally show a lot of flair and a lot of playing. We've got those types of players, but today we showed a performance that showed real true grit, real determination, real hunger to win, not to concede, to get through to the next round. I've got to be honest with you, I'm extremely proud of how the boys stuck to their task and how they went about what they were doing. Really proud of them. You know, we've asked some players who are real flair players and necessarily know their game to go and defend. You know, we asked them to do a slightly different job at times when we didn't have the ball. And I thought to a man they were wonderful in what they did and what I asked them to do. Brilliant, different class, really different class. The experienced players stood up and be counted. You know, they were well organised. You know, Pollok had a lot of possession of the ball, which is fine. You know, they outnumbered us in the middle of the pitch with 3v2 and stuff like that. But you know, we showed the quality that we had to be able to see now, and then when we get the goal, you know, the move to the goal was different class.
It was. Obviously Gary McCann, he must have taken a knock, didn't he?
He took a knock, it's only a knock, so I'm pleased there. Deezy, I think, broke his toe. Chrissy Hall's got a wee tight groin. There's nothing.
But hopefully this will be a confidence builder and 2 wins out of 3.
As a result, as I say, it's a different type of performance from us. It's a winning performance. It's a performance that's it showed that grit and that determination.
That's what you think you feel's been lacking.
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. You know, you've got Matt Twaddle, you've got Grant Evans there, you've got Michael Keenan, Chris Wilson, who have all played at a really good level, and you know, the determination for them. You know, we've got 4 real flair players across the park, starting, you know, and across the middle of the pitch, and as I say, defensively, I thought, and you know what we asked them to do and what we worked on, training defensively, they were different class as well. They really worked their backsides off, because it's such a tough shift to get forward and do the flare back that we wanted to go and get the goal, and to go back in and defend as well.
So is that one of the most pleasing performances of the season?
I was pleased with that. The lads up front as well, like saying Paul Maxwell, he's opening into the middle of the park and showing his determination, showing his experience at times when he has to get in and help the younger ones, and different class. Really, really good.